Last thing I want to talk about before we get out of here this week is the sombreros that are everywhere. And Benny Johnson of Turning Point USA gave us the perfect segue for this.
Wait, I need to talk about Benny Johnson for like a split second, Jared. I need to say something about this guy.
You don't have to beg me, Mike. You can talk about Benny Johnson as much
I
as
gotta
you
say,
want.
I gotta say, has anybody seen like? We all know the rumors about Benny Johnson, right? Do we have to like?
He's the straightest man in DC.
Yeah,
he's a
we've
sexual
heard some things.
He's a sexual puma.
He's something. Milo Yiannopoulos insinuated that he was doing stuff with like TPUSA boys or whatever. I don't remember what it was in the tweet. There's a lot of rumors hanging around this guy, for a long time. And I'm not going to weigh in on their validity or not. But one thing I do know with him is that he has been like posting a lot of like very, especially recently, because it seems like there's been a whole lot of gossip about Benny Johnson has come out recently. It's like a lot more rolling information. People just posting all the time about him being gay and whatever else. And he has responded by putting all these very glossy pictures of him with his family and his kids, sort of like have children, like this stuff. And then the other day had a public communication with his wife, where she's like, I canceled our Netflix, Benny. Now is the perfect time to have another child. And then he replied to her and wrote like something like, I'm on my way. I can't wait.
What the
Anyway,
fuck?
bottom text. I don't know anything to say other than that is some of the weirdest motherfucking shit I have ever seen in my life.
That's really not helping his case.
No, that's not how people have sex, everybody. You don't do like, I'm home. Let's make a baby. Yes, that's something I enjoy doing, having sex with a female vagina.
It's the cliche that how do you do, my fellow kids? It's like, yeah, how many of you guys like putting your wiener in a girl? Because I like it a lot.
Like you, dude, I enjoy putting my penis inside of a vagina. And here I'm going to tell you a little bit about it online. Here are the children I created that way. We never used a turkey baster, despite anybody's, insinuations online.
Look at these children. Could a gay man do this? And then like every gay man on the face of the planet is like, yes, many of us have.
Oh shit. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, Benny Johnson, he was in Chicago. He was, like lives of TikTok, and every once in a while they pick out one of these high profile influencers and take them on ice raids to film content about how based and epic it is actually. So he was in Chicago, fresh off the plane from Chicago. He shared a AI generated video of yourself, cringe, beating up immigrants outside of a Walmart, I think. And those immigrants, including a woman.
Wait, Benny Johnson was beating up a woman in the video?
Yeah, he was like Batman or something. All of the immigrants are wearing sombreros. So I feel like I want to talk about the sombreros thing. So how the sombrero thing started is Trump posted meme videos on True Socials showing Senator Chuck Schumer, lead Democrat in the Senate, and Representative Hakeem Jeffries, lead Democrat in the House, in a sombrero and mustache set to mariachi music. And this is all meant to play in to this falsehood that they're putting out, which is that Democrats are not working with them on the budget because they want to give free health care to undocumented immigrants, which, who cares? Everybody should have free health care. The way we do health care in this country is insane. And if you try to explain it to somebody who lives in a civilized first world country, they look at you like you're crazy. And B, it's also just not true. Democrats aren't doing that. It's not. They can't do that.
It seems like a really I bring up the caravan thing a lot because we're headed towards the same midterm cycle.
There will be another quote unquote caravan on the one,
right?
And these caravans are real, but it's like they'll they'll start talking about this shit
But
again.
this feels like we've seen a lot of MAGA swings and misses over the years. I know it feels like they're just crushing us all the time. It has that feel sometimes just because of how shitty things are right now. But there have been a lot of like, well, let's try to do this and it doesn't work. And the fucking hat thing, I just don't think it's landing at all. You see the percentages of people who blame the Republicans. It's like vastly in that direction. And it even includes some Republicans. So, I mean, and the fact that any of them move is shocking every time that happens. So it feels like this hat thing is really just like a pass directly into the defense. It's just a complete fucking fail.
Yeah. So Trump posted these videos and people rightfully said that they were racist and stupid. It is the like oldest cliche about Mexican people in the book. The sombrero, mustache, lazy Mexican is the joke. And the White House is just like leaning full tilt into it, right? It's just anything that people are like, wow, that's kind of dumb and racist. They're just like, oh yeah, well, we're going to do some more of it. And the quote that Axios reported, I'm just going to read this verbatim. According to a White House spokesperson, the sombreros will continue until the Democrats reopen the government.
Oh, don't give us more sombreros.
Oh my God.
Oh,
please
no.
Stop. This is keeping me up at night.
Oh, no. You have to see, I have to watch more streams of Jack Posobiec and Tim Pool wearing fucking sombreros on their head. I'm so scared.
Yeah,
I'm so scared of them robbing themselves of all dignity they could possibly have, and just looking like a complete asshole on their own stream. Oh no, please don't do that to me.
You beat me to the punch, because all of the right-wing influencers, Jack Posobiec, Tim Pool, they went on the show that Jack and Charlie Kirk used to host together and did a segment where they were all wearing these stupid sombreros, and they are talking about some website about racism and the law, something like that.
That was a Southern Poverty Law Center banger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't actually a Southern Poverty Law Center thing, but they were claiming that it had some, it was sort of like, 6 degrees of separation with Southern Poverty Law Center. They were claiming that this had to do with Southern Poverty Law Center or whatever. They've been trying to get the claim together. Imagine, by the way, someone you care about and your friend dies, right? I mean, holy shit. I didn't want to imagine it on the show, but like someone we really care about, was one of the guests that is genuinely our friends, is killed. And your reaction, like less than a month later, is to fucking try to bend it in such a way that you can use it to create trouble for Southern Poverty Law Center and blame Southern Poverty Law Center for having killed Charlie Kirk when there is absolutely no correlation. Did you even care about your fucking friend?
Yeah, and to like remember his legacy by being like, well, we're going to keep producing the podcast he was a co-host on. And in this segment where we're like, the Southern Poverty Law Center calls everybody racist and it gets them killed, we're going to do this racist trope of Mexican people.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Gee, I wonder why we're called racist. Yeah, I don't want to spend more time talking about Charlie Kirk. I think you and I have agreed that we need to we need to slow down on the Kirk. We've just been hitting that pipe too hard. But I gotta say, this brings up a point that has been on my mind for a while, which is they completely fucking butt fumbled the Kirk thing. All they really had to do is show actual grief and sadness as you would appropriately to someone you care about dying, and everybody would be feeling really bad, and they would have gotten the effect they wanted, which is to turn Charlie Kirk into like a saint and a martyr. That would have happened. Be sad, because people are sad when people are killed. But instead, they immediately turned it into a fucking show, like a TV show. And they turn it into because that's the only mode they know, is like kind of grifting and money making and that sort of thing. And the end result is they've turned Kirk basically into just a meme now. I mean, he's just like a meme for the left and for the right, it feels like. And all of the goodwill that they had seems to be really dissipating. And it's just a perfect example of how shallow these people ultimately are. And that's why they're trying to turn, this murder into an attack on Southern Poverty Law Center while wearing sombreros.